Good evening, people. Apologies for the lateness. Welcome back to the Premier League show we have every single week. We got previewing weekends, game weeks, and all of that. I've got the same panel as we did, the same legendary panel as we ended Mondays. As, as we said, sorry, Monday was Monday we did. Oh no, sorry, Tuesday.
What's Tuesday?
Tuesday. The same panel as Tuesday. Yes. Be up to you guys. Hope you guys are well, Josh and Jack. Be up to you, man.
Thank you very much.
No worries, guys. Slap the likes. First and foremost. Sorry. Make sure you guys hit the like button and sub to AN Sports as well because we just hit 420 subs, guys, and that is a milestone. That is a milestone that Josh really wanted us to hit.
Hey, come on now.
We're trying to get to 450 now, guys. 30 more subs to go. 30 more subs to go, and then onwards to 500. But yeah, let's keep going. But guys, I do want to start off the breaking news that Tottenham have signed. Tottenham have signed Xavi Simmons.
I'll let you go up, Jack.
I'll let you go first, bro.
So Xavi Simons, he only just signed permanently in the January transfer window for RB Leipzig because he was on an 18-month loan deal, something along the lines of that. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Live chat will cover.
So what did you say, Josh?
No, the live chat will back us up.
Okay, cool. And he performed really well last season. I don't know the whole shebang and the stats that he amassed
accumulated
at RB Leipzig, but he was also linked with Chelsea for quite a few weeks until Spurs swooped in the past few days, signed him for a 5+2 year contract. So he's got essentially a possibility of 2-year extension. And
big up to Moss. Bro. Sorry.
And transfer fees round about 51 million euros as well. So in the grand scheme of things, that is a solid transfer for Spurs. As much as I dislike to say that.
Thoughts on that, Josh?
Well, I think I'll just be parroting what Jack said. I think it's a brilliant signing for Tottenham, especially for the price they got him. When the likes of Madueke are going for £52 million subject to add-ons. I think to get, I know how Jack feels about that. Akavin, you know how I feel about that. But this is about Spurs signing Simmons. Brilliant player. Performed pretty well for a pretty poor Leipzig team last season. And, I mean, they had to rush for medical because they didn't want another hijack on their hands. After what happened to Eze this window and after what happened to Willian 12 years ago. I can understand why Spurs were so panicky about it. But overall, yeah, I think he'll be a really good fit for Tottenham. I think Kulusevski's out for quite a while, so they needed someone of that caliber, or perhaps better than Kulusevski, to come in. And at the end of the day, they've done it. And they're building a very, very good squad under Thomas Frank. They've got a clear identity after 2 games. Granted, we've seen this happen before with a plethora of Spurs managers. But under Frank, they're obviously going to be a top side. They're obviously going to be a solid side that's going to be difficult to beat. And we've seen that already. And with the addition of Xavi Simmons, they're going to be tougher to beat.
100%. Josh, Tottenham, obviously, you said that they're going to be tougher to beat. But isn't it always that they start off like this and then they end up tailing?
That's what I said. That's what I said, Akavin. We've seen this plenty of times. Nuno, his first 3 games, top of the league. Antonio Conte, 22-23. I think that was Tottenham's best ever start to a Premier League season at one stage.
Beat Man City as well, don't forget.
Yeah, exactly. So, Ange Postecoglou, you know, they were collecting more points than the Invincibles after about 10 games.
That's true.
You know, yeah, I think Martin Jol, when he started off at Spurs, he really got them firing and whatnot. So we've seen this before with Tottenham. I mean, my point was that with Thomas Frank, they've got a solid manager who won't panic when things do go wrong, because Spurs aren't going to win every game, are they? But Thomas Frank, he's going to build a solid foundation in which Spurs can rely upon themselves to not completely fall off consistently.
Fair enough. What other transfer happened next? Oh yeah, Pierre Hincapié to Arsenal. I already asked you guys for that. Chelsea signed Garnacho.
We'll let you have the stage on that one.
Oh, as for me, look, Garnacho's a petty little child. That's what he is. I'm glad he's gone.
It turned up for you in the cup final.
None of my fan base like him. To be honest with you, it's just the way. It's just the way he decided to act. It's just the way he decided to sort of behave in a football club. Really, to be honest with you, because the thing is, right? Like, look, you always want professionalism from everyone. You want professionalism from the top level to all levels. And I'm sorry, but this right here, sorry, he's just been a petty little child since last season. He needs to go find shame. And Chelsea, listen, if he improves at Chelsea, fair play to him. Fair play to him. Let him go do his thing at Chelsea, because none of this crap in Man United where he was just posting pictures in other teams' shirts on Instagram. None of that social media crap. None of that, none of that liking tweets about, oh, you want to leave, so leave then. Now he's finally left. Goodbye. Good riddance. So yeah, I never understood this attitude as well. And after the Europa League final, I don't know why you complained. You missed a lot of chances as well in the minutes you were given. So there's no point asking for more when you couldn't do it. When you couldn't take the amount of chances in the space you had and the time you had as well. So listen, that's on you, my friend. That's on you. And yeah, good riddance to you. Good luck to you. And go kill it at Chelsea. Pretty much.
What are your thoughts on it, Jack?
Yeah, I'll ask Jack.
Honestly, however he performs at Chelsea, his legacy at United isn't as strong as Akbin said. And the fact that he was posing in a shirt with Rashford's name on the back is, how to put it, just disgraceful. Because petulant, yeah. Because you're performing for, historically, one of the best clubs and one of the biggest clubs in the world. Looking at the accolades that they have won, albeit not that many in the last decade. Let's just be real. And it is, it's just petulant on his part. Yeah, that's all I can sort of say.
Fair enough. Well, I think I mentioned to you before we hopped on the stream, Akavan, I think Chelsea, it was a £35 million deal.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah, and I feel that is... Pardon?
40 million.
40 million in total. Now, for me, for a 21-year-old who is evidently a talented player, who's turned up for United in the cup final before, I think that's really good business from Chelsea. I think Manchester United and Arsenal, as far as the quote-unquote Big Six are concerned, they're by far the worst-selling clubs out of the quote-unquote Big Six. And the fact that United only got £40 million for him is a bad look on your selling negotiations part. Because at the end of the day, he is a good player, scored for you in the cup final, en route to winning your 13th FA Cup. Yeah. So he's a big player for the big moments. He's proven that already.
True.
Admittedly, listen, I've told you about Chelsea's transfer policy since Abramovich left. It just feels like they're throwing a load of shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, although it's beginning to stick now. I cannot for the life of me see where Garnacho fits in when you've got the likes of Gittins, Pedro Neto, Palmer can play on the wing. I think they've still got Nkunku and Sterling on the books, albeit they won't play that much. Esteval, I think, played on the wing against West Ham. So I don't really know where he's going to fit in. However, Chelsea have got a good player on their hands, and for £40 million, I think that's an absolute steal for a player of... I mean, I rate him. I do rate Garnacho, and I think for £40 million, that's an absolute steal. And put it this way, sorry to put it back on Arsenal when we're talking about other clubs, but I'd rather we paid £40 million for Garnacho than £52 million for Madueke. So, fair play to Chelsea on that one.
The thing is, though, a lot of what Man United fans, the outrage in the United fan base was, why didn't he go for 50? Because Chelsea sold us Mason Mount for 60 with a year left on his contract, which the United board before Ineos came in kind of sort of paid for that. They ended up buying him. They ended up wanting to buy him. What other business? Madueke went for 50 million. Is Garnacho a better player than Madueke? Yes, in my opinion, he is. I'll be honest. I don't rate Garnacho that highly, but he is better than Madueke. A lot of players went for higher than even Mateus Fernandes went for higher than Garnacho. A lot of players. This is why 50 million should have been the actual price for Garnacho, because a lot of players that went for higher than 40 are not better than Garnacho. Some of them in the Premier League at least went for sort of high, a bit higher, and this is why United could have budged to 50 million. And true, it's still decent business. 40 million is still a lot of money to bring in and go and buy.
A lot of profit.
Else. It's still profit, but at the same time, like you're still in need to go and you're still in need of maybe a couple, 20 million, maybe more, like 10 million more or something. But all in all, that's still not the worst.
Nah. I'm sorry, Akavin. At the current rate, a player like Garnacho, like I said, 21 years old, already scored for you in the cup final. You've got to be selling him for more than £40 million.
Yeah.
And it just proves how incompetent you are at selling. And trust me and Jacques' club is the same.
It's a lot of profit, bro. I'll be honest with you. It's a lot. It's a lot of profit, even though, because at the end of the day, I know I did say he should have went for more, but he did. Look at how much we profit for him. Look at how much he came in for.
Less than 2 million, wasn't it?
Profit for him. Like, he came into to United for like 400k, 500k from Atletico Madrid, if I'm not mistaken, around that price. So, in my opinion, that's not too bad at the end of the day. It's still profit, but we should have still asked for more, because you know what I mean. But yeah, let me get to the comments real quick.
Yeah.
Unless you want to add anything more, guys.
Yeah. I also just want to say that that Nkunku has joined AC Milan for around about £36 million. Just wanted to mention that because I saw that on Twitter yesterday. There was some guy who was pissed off, essentially, the fact that Nkunku was essentially bought by them for, well, it's like £36 million as just a standard package, and then I think it's like £6 million add-ons. So yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why they've also brought in Garnacho to essentially just fit into that role. And also they're looking to sell or offload Sterling, I think, to Fulham was one of the clubs he was touted to join. So yeah.
It's still trying to offload Sterling. They never should have bought him in the first place.
No.
They never should have bought him in the first place. That was a waste of a signing. Complete waste of a signing. That's crazy.
Don't get me started on Sterling, mate. Christ. Oh, no. Yeah, this is life before... No, bro, this is life before Berta, yeah? Transfer deadline day's coming up. Our squad is way for thin after failing to get replacements for the likes of Vieira and Smith Rowe. We go out and get Raheem Sterling and a cup-tied goalkeeper who only makes one appearance throughout the season. Like, nah, man. Thank fuck for Andrea Berta, honestly.
Dutch Monster goes to Spuddies, yuck, but their hijackers Chelsea got hijacked. Kind of funny. Fair.
It's usually Chelsea doing the hijacking.
I was doing shows. Josh, you can vouch for me. I did shows, yeah? Bro, I kid you not. I've been mentioning Xavi Simons to Chelsea like how many times on shows?
Too many times, man.
And he goes to Tottenham, bro. That's crazy. Of all clubs he goes to is Tottenham.
Oh, I respect Spurs. Come on.
No, I do.
Yeah, you have to now.
But Chelsea, though. But Chelsea. Newcastle pay up for Walter Mata, Bayern get hijacked.
That is insane pricing.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich don't need Walter Mata, to be fair. They don't need Walter Mata. 90 million euros is crazy, though. It is crazy.
This is the consequence of Newcastle failing to get their Isak replacement in a lot earlier in the window.
Let's go.
Because clubs know they're going to be desperate. Isak's on the verge of leaving, so they're going to have a lot of money. Plus, they're the richest club on the planet. Of course, Frankfurt are going to hold out for that much.
No, Stuttgart, not Frankfurt.
Oh, sorry, Stuttgart. This is why Jack's on the show, lads.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Fabio Vieira might be going. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to go to... Where is he going to go again? To
Stuttgart.
Stuttgart, okay. And
no, Kivior was Porto.
Kivior's going Porto, yeah.
That's another player we should have got more money for, by the way. But...
Hincapie Ecuador at least knows how to say no, way to Spursy, and wants the Arsenal. Look, that's a good sign
man.
for you. I mean, at least you have now 8 competent defenders, in my opinion. So your back line, in my opinion, is sorted. I think
trust me.
Weekend is going to be a lot positive. But we are going to get to the Premier League predictions in a bit, but we are just going to quickly talk about the transfers that happened in recent days. Do you think Arsenal overpaying for Hincapie? I'd rather sign defensive player. Arsenal should go for replacement for Saka. You both can answer this question.
Sweet. Thanks for the question, Sankit. Do I think we're overpaying 60 million euros? Yeah, we're overpaying. There's no doubt about that. However, from what I've heard, he is a quality defender. Plays better in a back three than a back four, apparently. But I have no doubt for that money, he's going to be our starting left back because he's not replacing Gabriel as the left centre back. And Calafiori has loads of injury issues. Lewis Skelly's a midfielder by trade. At the end of the day, because Kivior's leaving, because Zinchenko's leaving, I think it's a player we do need. But for 60 million euros, it is quite hefty. And I think we're safe in terms of Premier League FFP. But for UEFA, we are really, really on the verge of getting penalised by them. So, Andrea Berta, thank you for this unprecedented window on paper. But yeah, be careful with our cookbooks, man. It is getting kind of crazy. And Jack, what do you think?
Yeah, Jack, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For versatility purposes, good signing. Obviously, what Josh has said in terms of 60 million euros is a bit hefty. I mean, I can't think of many other defenders that have cost that sort of price, apart from Kyle Walker when he joined City back in 2017.
50 million? Was it 50 million that he went to Man City?
Well, it's 50 million, but if you convert it to today's price, inflation, and whatnot, is thereabouts 55, getting up to 60 million euros. And apart from that, the age profile, just all of that jazz looks good. And hopefully, as Josh said, Kivior's leaving. Zinchenko is probably going to leave at the end of his contract as a free agent. No, will have a club at. But yeah, not too much of a shabby signing. And I think I could be wrong. I might need to double check what his injury record's but I think he's got quite a decent injury record.
Hey, Party was only injured for one game at Atletico Madrid.
The last 2 seasons, Saka's injury is getting worse and worse. I think Arsenal burning out Saka. They should fix the problem and manage Game Saka. Yeah, that's true.
Preach. I said this last stream. I think Jacques was there. This manager has run him into the ground in exchange for second place finishes. It's disgusting what he's done to him, honestly.
So a lot of time they give him, but so you need to. One more time, wearing Ronaldo underwear don't make you Ronaldo. You need to follow his dedication, his hard work. I don't see.
No. Yeah. Listen, if you're an Argentinian and your goat is Ronaldo, there's something wrong. Come on.
UEFA choosing Madrid versus City fixture is like Ash chooses Pikachu every time. That's fair. That's a good analogy right there. I think United do one good thing: add 10% sell-off clause of Chelsea. Yeah, possibly. There's a chance there could be a sell-on clause. A price like that, a player who went for that much, that it's only right you add a sell-on clause. If he goes for it, then what's the point really? You're not gonna get much back. You ain't gonna get much back unless it depends on the bid really. But I just think add a sell-on clause. Because if Chelsea decide to say sell him on later to a Spanish club or something, then that'd be good. Big up to you, Lumen. Hope you're well, my guy. Hope you're well, bro. Perfect revenge from Mount. No, I wouldn't say perfect revenge because Mount came for 60. We need to offload him for 60. Chelsea had already paid 5 million for Sancho, send him back to United, and they've already signed Garnacho, so that would have been 55 million. So that would have meant 5 million less. So we're still kind of missing 15 more million from. Sorry, we're still missing 15 more million from Chelsea to cover that Mason Mount stuff. Also, we ain't getting enough for Kivior. Thoughts on that?
We aren't. I mentioned that. At the end of the day, he came in for Gabriel at the beginning of April. He was absolutely outstanding in both legs against Real Madrid, And against PSG, he was one of the few players that didn't let the occasion get to him over the course of the two legs. Based on those performances alone, a semi-competent selling club would got up north of about 45, 50 million pounds or euros from. I have no doubt about that. But I'll love to hear what Jack thinks about it.
Yeah, Jack, do you think Kiwior's going for enough, or is it still a bit short of valuation?
He's short. Is very short of his value. I mean, realistically, he's 26, probably going on 27 at the end of this season. I can't remember. But the fact that this goes back to our activity in terms of selling players, how Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is still our highest sold player, all the way back in 2017, mind you, for £35 million to Liverpool. And we haven't come to any sort of money just brought in by the club through like selling players since that. And okay, £27 million, 27 million euros, give or take. It's decent. But looking at the market now, that only gets you like players left foot, realistically.
Good point.
But yeah, it's
27 million euros. It's 27 million euros with a 5 million add-on package. We signed him for 23 million pounds. So we're really not making much of him. And that's poor because he is a fantastic defender. He was very dependable. If Arteta played him doing the running in 2023 instead of Rob Holding, I think we would have had a better chance of winning the league. It's, listen, we can't sell Ackerman, and neither can you, evidently, but we're both just as bad, man.
Really can't. But how much was the? But how much are you selling him for? Like 25 million, 30 million euros?
27 million euros with 5 million in add-ons.
That's not too bad, considering what you bought him for, like 20 million, and then you can sell him for like 7 million. That's profit, to be fair, but it's not much profit compared to.
It's nowhere near enough profit for how good he served us. Let's not forget when we went on that magnificent run in 2024, only losing one game. He was our left back for a large portion of that run during the running. So he's a magnificent player for us, and the fact that we're only making about 5 to 10 million pounds profit on him, it's just not good enough.
Big up to you, Moss World. Take care, my guy. Take care, bro. Have a safe journey, bro. Drive safe.
Make sure you left a like.
Yep. Make sure you do. Make sure you do. Update on Lamens? No, not really, bro. I haven't really seen anything much. I heard that he's agreed personal terms, and I heard he prefers Man United over Galatasaray. No surprises there. But we have to get it done. We can't just keep messing about and be like, oh, what are we gonna offload a keeper? No, just get him in now. Get him in now. Make Bayern Onana work harder to get their place back. You know what I mean? So yeah. What's his wages at Chelsea? I'm not too sure. Around about 100 something K. It's got to be around 100 something K. 120K maybe, I think. 120K.
Somewhere around that.
Big up to you, you're absolutely wrong, and Kai. Big up to you, my guy. Bless up, broski. Bless up. No Maguire in the national team. Let's go. Listen, Harry Maguire shouldn't be in the national team, bruv. It's time to move on. You men don't need that penalty taker no more. You need an actual proper central defender in the England team. Tankett has something really funny to say to you, Jack. Jack looks like Andrew Garfield.
Oh my!
That's praise. That's really good praise.
I don't see it that much, to be honest.
Wow. Yeah, you're Spurs man, mate. Come on.
I told you in previous years our board is incompetent. I told you the transfer window is closed. Bro, never write. I'm just going to say one thing to say. Never write off the greatest football club in living history, Real Madrid. Never write them off.
Unless they play us.
They could go win the Champions League, and that could just be like, yeah, I can't forget about the transfer window, bro. Just forget about it, man. Next year, Konate. Next year, you get Konate on a free. Don't worry about it, man. Trust me. I trust the Madrid board to get it done. Get Konate in by next year. You know what I mean? But anyways, we're gonna move on to the Premier League prediction. But first and foremost, I do have to address something. I did make a post earlier today on the feed of the community posting on my channel, at the end of the day, like people, I have mentioned it many times before. If you're gonna disrespect my guests in the comment sections, or if any way, shape, or form, in any way, shape, or form, yeah, please refrain from commenting on my channel, because I do not want my guests to go on and read shit about them. You know, imagine calling someone two-faced git or something like that, or disrespecting them. I know Josh can't hold it in.
Sorry, man.
But imagine like seriously, like calling someone like that, like it's crazy, you know, it's crazy. Like just to like over an opinion of like the manager, an opinion of a goalkeeper, an opinion of this and that. It's guys, it's all football opinions. I get it. Your sport is emotional. I get it. You might not be able to take certain opinions, but at the end of the day, guys, like, don't be going on my comment section. he's finished. Josh is finished.
Sorry, so I know this is a serious topic, but the words "git" is just brilliant.
No, I know. Rip, did you see the video I sent you on the group chat?
Yeah, Akira, come on, continue the message. We got to get into these. We got to get into these previews.
No, I don't know. It's just hilarious, bro. Honestly, but no, I get the word is hilarious, but even the comments people make, yeah, they're calling me like stuff, and at the end of the day,
Sorry, man.
abuse shouldn't be tolerated. No, you're good, bro. Don't worry. It's all good, bro. At the end of the day, abuse shouldn't be tolerated, guys. And like at the end of the day, I'm here, Jacques here, Josh is here. We're here to talk football. If any of you in the chat wants to abuse my panelists, you're getting blocked, and it's pretty straightforward. You're getting blocked. Like there's no way back for you, because I don't want anyone to feel like they're getting attacked for an opinion, and I don't want anyone to make them feel that they don't want to come back on the channel no more because of an opinion of certain other people that they don't even know, we've never even seen. You know what I'm trying to say? So people, like I say always in every single video, please let's just keep it respectful. You know what I mean? Let's make Josh laugh. Let's give him some positive vibes. See, Josh is laughing. Is he positive? It's all positive vibes around here. It's all good vibes, you know. See, so yeah, Josh and Jack are here to talk. I don't know when Vaziri's back, but Vaziri's back on Monday or Tuesday. He'll be back on Monday or Tuesday. So when Cam's on as well, he'll enjoy it. He'll enjoy.
Tennis expert in the football field. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, tennis expert.
Fucking tennis expert with Dan Evans. It's just like, oh man. Fuck's sake, we need to lock in, lads. Come on.
Oh, no.
Dan Evans can win. I'm sorry, man. Hey, we're gonna have to go on mute for a bit, man.
Djokovic might make the second week.
Just give me one reason. Okay, now, Cameron, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Your laugh is killing me, Jacques. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay, lads, come on. Let's keep going. Come on, preview.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Positive
vibes, people. At the end of the day, it's all laugh, it's all jokes. Opinions are opinions. We know our opinions on Cameron ain't the best, but listen, at the end of the day, that's our guy. That's our guy. We still love Cam. Yeah. We still love Cam, don't we? But anyways, we're gonna move on to the Premier League preview. Arsenal travel up to Anfield.
Sorry, this is horrendously unprofessional. I do apologise.
No, please. I love this.
Okay. I'm locked in.
No, you're not.
Pretty good. What is that?
Okay. Yeah, we're locked in. Come on.
Anyways, Arsenal travel up to Anfield to take on them Scouse bastards. How are you saying?
Don't mean to start off.
Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm usually quite. Some people would say realistic, some would say pessimistic regarding Arsenal's chances for like winning trophies and silverware and turning up and whatnot. But I genuinely have a sneaky suspicion that we will win this game. Listen, we haven't won at Anfield in 13 years, going back to September 2012. We haven't lost there since November 2021. Liverpool haven't failed to score a goal in the Premier League under Arne Slot in all but one game, Nottingham Forest at home in early September.
6 already this season they've conceded, by the way, Liverpool.
Yeah, so listen, it's a tough ask. It's a really tough ask. We haven't got Saka. We might be without Ødegaard. But for me, I just have a cautiously optimistic feeling that Arsenal will prevail in this game. With Eze making his debut, he's turned up at Anfield before and he's won Crystal Palace the game. I feel like if you want to win the league, if we want to win our first league title in 22 years, we cannot be going to Anfield with the mentality of we're scared or don't lose. We've got to go for the win. Listen, a draw would not be a bad result in the slightest, but we need to go and try and get the win. Sorry for the police sirens out there. We've got to try. We've got. They're arresting Cam probably. Finally. But if you want me to give a score prediction, I'm going to go 2-0 to Arsenal. I feel. Listen, I've captained Salah in my FPL, so I jinx him hopefully. But I know it's a tough ask keeping Salah, Gakpo, Ekitike, Wirtz, Szoboszlai, McAllister, etc., all quiet. But I think if any team is capable of rocking up to Anfield and coming out with a clean sheet, it is Arsenal and their defence. That, to Arteta's credit, I'm one of his biggest critics. I will always give him that. At least you've made us tough to beat in the biggest games, quote-unquote biggest games against the biggest teams. And at least you've given us a fantastic defensive platform. So I feel overall, Arsenal will get 3 points. Liverpool do look shaky defensively, although their attack is as class as ever. But I'm going to go 2-0 to the Arsenal. What are you saying, Jack?
Jack, just give me like a preview of the game. Like, give me like a few minute preview. I want to get like more like sort of in depth, because obviously like this is a big game. I want to hear from like two perspectives as well. I'll see your perspective and Liverpool perspective as well.
I think, to be honest, score prediction, I'm just going to say 2-1 Arsenal. I think we'll concede. Probably won't be Salah just skinning Galafiori, probably, to make it 1-1, and then we score. Late on, I think Eze will score, Gyökeres probably as well. And it's just like, I was discussing with one of my neighbours earlier, who's a Liverpool fan, who's heading up to Anfield on Sunday, about how like Liverpool get to 2-2 and then they find a way to win the game. And this is what champions do. And I think that potentially played on the minds of Liverpool's defenders, and it's like half of a back four have just come in. Obviously, Frimpong, he hasn't set the world alight, and now he's injured. So I can't remember who would like fill in that role, but Szoboszlai did against Liverpool. And
he played well.
Yeah, he did. And Kirkes has been a bit in and out, sort of like 6 in one, half dozen in the other. And I'd assume that Andy Robertson will probably usurp him for this game. Or he'll start in place just because of the experience that he has other back for Liverpool has been playing for them for the best part of 8 years now, 9 years by the end of the season. And like apart from Liverpool's defence, their midfield and attack is absolutely class. And I'd say Arsenal's is also on a par potentially, maybe slightly lower. But hey, regardless, 2-1 Arsenal, God willing. And yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, you make a good point, Jack, with I think Kirkes in particular has looked really shaky for Liverpool. Canate's looked shaky. Obviously, you said Frimpong's out injured. Van Dijk is Van Dijk. He's showed no signs of regressing. Absolutely fantastic St. James's Park on Monday night. But I feel like whether it's Kirkes, who's quite erratic, or Andrew Robertson, whose prime years are probably a bit past him, I expect whoever's playing on the right wing, whether it's Madueke or whoever, to take the game to him. They're going to have to. And with Szoboszlai at right back, listen, whoever's playing on the left, whether it's Eze, whether it's Martinelli or Trossard, you've got to, don't be scared to take them on. Don't be scared to take him on whatsoever. Liverpool have a serious... I think Jamie Carragher said it best on Sky Sports commentary and on the overlap. They're not very balanced at the minute. And I know it feels like we're underselling the literal Premier League champions. But at the end of the day, their performances, although they've got 6 points out of 6, there's many calls, but there is a justified cause for concern. And I feel Arsenal can get at that. On the other hand, as Jacques said, their offence is better than anyone's in the league, as we've seen over the last 2 years. So, will Liverpool score? The probabilities are stacked in favour of them. At the end of the day, it should be a brilliant game, despite Arteta's best attempts to ruin it. And yeah, que sera, sera. We'll see what happens on Sunday. Or Monday for Ackerman, maybe.
No. It's Sunday night. 10:30. Listen, I can't lie to you, man. I am excited for this game. Because obviously, as a United fan, I want to see, a good game. I want to see my biggest rivals thrown away, blown away. That's what I want to see. Yeah. After what happened last season, I can't lie to you guys. I'm still hurting about it. But at the end of the day, it's a new season now. We shall see what happens. Arsenal looking going into this game, I can't lie. You guys are the strong team going into this game. You guys look very, very strong. Even with Saka out, even with Martinelli's not so, how do you call it? He's not really going to play. He's probably not going to get minutes. Even with your new signings, even if they just joined, Eze will start his first game, in my opinion. I think Max Diamond could get some minutes as well. So listen, I think Saka's absence won't kill you. I don't think it'll kill you. I don't think it should. Gyökeres, he's got his first 2 goals off the mark at home. If he scores this week, listen, I reckon there's a good chance that Arsenal can win this game if you guys can get Gyökeres firing, and if you can get if Eze can start doing his good work on the left hand side or the central role, wherever Eze plays, if he plays in the central role or the left hand side, get him to start cooking. That's what you need. You need Eze off the mark, and you need Gyökeres on his debut. On his Anfield debut for Arsenal. That's how I should say it, pretty much. But yeah, I can't lie to you guys. I think this will be a good game. This will be interesting. Obviously, Liverpool did concede 2 goals, like I mentioned already. Liverpool have already conceded 4 goals in the Premier League this season already.
6 goals if you count the Community Shield.
Yeah, exactly, the Shield. So Liverpool do look shaky at the back. They are conceding goals. They are conceding goals that you wouldn't expect Liverpool to concede those type of goals. You'd expect maybe Liverpool defense to do better. The defense to do a lot better. But then again, Van Dijk, he's slowly getting up there in age. Konate, his future's in doubt. We don't know if he'll stay. We don't know if he'll go. And Liverpool need to get Guehi in before the transfer window ends. Liverpool need to get that signing done. So yeah, I can't lie to you. We shall see. But in terms of Arsenal, I reckon you guys have got a strong squad, and this is no excuse now. You need to win this game, in my opinion. I think Arsenal have to go for it because, like I said, that 2-2 draw. That 2-2 draw. I was listening to Troops' podcast earlier with Lee, him, D, and Igal. Yeah, they were mentioning that if you guys don't lose that game at Anfield or drop points at Anfield, you go and win the league. In my opinion, in their opinion, you would go on and win the league because those drop points were very, very costly. And if you'd won those games like at West Ham and Liverpool, that was your title. That was your title. And this is why I say, make a mark, go to Anfield and get 3 points this weekend. I know Liverpool are the better team. Liverpool are the stronger favorites going into this game, but I'm not going to count Arsenal out, and I'm going to go for an Arsenal win.
Not very diverse. What's the scoreline? What do you say?
Fuck Liverpool, yeah. Please beat them for us. Please beat them for us.
What's your score prediction?
2-1 Arsenal. I reckon Arsenal will score 2, Liverpool get 1 back, and it'll just be
Listen,
it'll be squeaky bum time at the end, and you guys get out of it.
oh yeah, I was debating whether I should do the Brighton Man City. You know, I work as a steward at the Amex. I was debating whether I should do the Brighton versus Man City game, like travel down there for the weekend, and then I thought all I'm going to be thinking about and worrying about is Liverpool versus Arsenal. I've got to put my mind off it by actually earning some money and whatnot. And I'll probably be missing the first half. I'll be back in time for the second. Hopefully, it's a good result. But yeah, that's just where I am. In terms of the goal scorers, I think Arsenal will win 2-0. I reckon Eze will get a debut goal. We'll ride it out. Liverpool will miss a few chances. Ryan will kick a few good saves. And then Gyökeres will score a penalty to seal the points late on, 80th minute plus.
That'll be a great winner for you guys.
Tell me about it.
Spurs getting Simons is big for them. Sorry, Xavi Simons. Sorry, my bad. Simons is getting big for them. It is 100%.
Cheers, Michael.
Liverpool
Cheers,
will walk
mate.
up Arsenal. Arsenal going to this game with a much stronger mindset compared to most times going to Anfield, in my opinion. Last season they didn't really need it. The season before, I don't know. The season before they kind of just got the draw because they just got lucky, I guess. I'll be honest with you. I think Arsenal got lucky.
Well, I mean, Liverpool were already champions last season.
The season before, I'm talking about the
season. Oh yeah, we were very lucky. Yeah.
The Odegaard handball. I'm talking about that one.
Yeah, the season before that, I mean, we should have won, but we could have lost. I suppose when you're 2-0 up, you've got to go on for the win. Listen, that game always replays in my memory, and it's one of my biggest nightmares. I can't stand that game, man. I wish it never happened.
Yeah. The 2-2, obviously, and then you need to score that penalty, man. You needed to score that penalty.
Don't take me through that season again. Don't take Jack through that season again, please.
Oh no, was it Salah that missed the penalty? Sorry, Salah missed the penalty.
I thought you were on about Saka the next week at West Ham.
Against West Ham, yeah, man.
I know, man. I told Akira not to mention 22-23.
Don't worry, it was a bad year for me too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, oh no, well, footballing wise, it was heartbreaking.
Arsenal turn up how they played us versus Liverpool. If Arsenal turn up no.
No, if we play at Anfield like we did at Old Trafford, we're getting spanked. But we won't play like that. I reckon we'll be up for it.
Because you guys have a better defense than them. Liverpool's defense has been a bit shaky this season. I'm basing this off of Liverpool's defense conceding 6 goals already this season so far. 6 so far this season already. And scraping through wins. I'm not trying to say Liverpool been bad. No, that's not what I'm trying to imply at all. What I'm trying to say is Liverpool looks shaky at the back, and that's where Arsenal can get at them. With Eze playing against them 2 games ago. Or 3 games ago, I should add. And you also had, you also have now Gyökeres up top. You have, how do you say it? You have proper defenders now. You're proper defenders now. You have defenders that can come off the bench and keep a clean sheet. So if you guys can hold on in the first half, if you guys score early in the second half, Liverpool in trouble. Because then they have to play to your defense, and your defense is probably the best in the league in my opinion, if you ask me. Arsenal defense, in my opinion, is one of the best out there. So this is why I'm trying to say, you need to get an early goal in the second half. I think hold on for 0-0 in the first half. That's what I think. And the second half, come out with a 1-0. Early 1-0 and hold on until like the 60th, 70th minute and try and get that second goal. Try and force Liverpool to attack and let your defense hold them off. That's where I think Arsenal win the game. Trying to hold Liverpool off. But obviously that'll be a tough task, trying to defend Salah, trying to defend Wirtz, Gakpo, and even Ekitike. Still going to be a very, very tough team. Still going to be a very, very tough team to defend against. But if there's one team that I can trust to make defend well and keep a clean sheet, or maybe even get you a result, it's Arsenal's defense. If I had to do so, without Saka and Odegaard, Arsenal will struggle. I disagree. I completely disagree on this one. I don't think they'll struggle because they have Eze. They still have they have Gyökeres. They have
Madueke. Noni Bear.
No. I wouldn't say Madueke.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's going to play in place of Saka. And to be fair, against Leeds, once he switched to the right, he looks better. Although we were 3-0 up anyway, so he could afford to showboat. Listen, man, he needs to track back. Honestly, his sub-performance at Old Trafford, plenty of play, man. Like, he wasn't tracking back at all. I think Diallo completely mugged him off at one stage. Yeah. Listen, man, he's got to track back. This is Anfield at the end of the day. Arguably the toughest place to win in the Premier League.
100%.
You've got to put a 110% for however long you're on that pitch.
Next up, we've got which games will you preview next?
Early kickoff, probably.
There's Leeds, Newcastle, Chelsea, Fulham, Tottenham, Bournemouth. That'll be a tough game to watch. Tottenham, Bournemouth will be a tough game. Even Brighton, Man City. Even. I want to know your thoughts on this game. Actually, we'll go to Brighton, Man City, since Josh is going to be at the game, and he's going to be the steward there. So, Josh, I'll let you start first.
Well, it's not been the ideal start for either side. Obviously, City smashed Wolves on the opening weekend, but then lost at home to Spurs, which is typical of Pep's tenure at City for some reason. Brighton, on the other hand, seconds away from beating Fulham before a late Muniz equaliser from a corner. And then, listen, they played well against Everton, but they missed a hatful of chances. Everton ended up taking a 2-0 victory. Listen, both teams are going to want to get both teams are going to want to get back on track, so to speak. It's going to be a tough game for City. They lost their last season. Having said that, I have put them as my Premier League champions for a reason. Because at the end of the day, it is Pep Guardiola. They've still got Haaland, Mamouche, Foden, Reinders, Cherky, Beef Cherky. They've got a capable defence. I wouldn't say it's the most solid defensive platform in the league, but their defence is competent enough. I don't know about James Trafford in goal. I don't know if he'll play in goal. But I still fancy City to dig deep and earn a crucial, hard-fought 3 points. If you want me to give a score prediction, I'll go with 2-0 City. It won't be pretty, but they'll get over the line. And they'll need to get over the line because they don't want to fall far behind Arsenal and Liverpool this early.
Fair enough. Jacques? My score prediction is literally the same as Josh's, to be fair. I mean, looking at, Brighton's performances last part of the season, as Josh has summarised, drawing a loss for City, winning a loss, their attacks are absolutely stacked, and you just back them to carry on their. I'm not sure how many games in a row they've won down in Brighton against City. Oh wait, no, it would have been since 2022-23. That was the last time City failed to win at Brighton. But regardless, their performances when they're down on the South Coast at Brighton, they usually pick up 3 points. 2-0 City, I'd probably say Haaland and Doku, or Haaland and Reinders with the goals. Yeah.
I can't lie to you. City away at Brighton, it's not been their bread and butter, actually. City away at Brighton have struggled over the years. And Brighton have a solid team. It depends on the future of Baleba, obviously. Baleba, if he can stay, if he wants to stay. I reckon he's going to be there, but he won't be the same Baleba as last season because Baleba's head he doesn't want to be at Brighton no more. But I could tell by the look, the way he's playing. Like Josh has been telling me about, like Baleba's mindset isn't at Brighton no more. He doesn't want to play for them no more, I think. So yeah, that's just my quick thoughts on Brighton. And then obviously you have losing João Pedro. But even then, Brighton is still a dangerous team to play against. Like you just don't know when to get out. You just don't know what could happen. All of a sudden, Brighton just turned into prime Barcelona against big sides because they just play this really nice passing game. They play this really nice possession game. Brighton love to keep the ball. That's what they like to do. They love to keep the ball, Brighton. And last season, that's what they did against Man United. They kept the ball. They played around with it, and they just hit us on the counter. That's what I mean. That's what I think. But I'm gonna go with the shock result. 2-1 to Brighton.
Fair play, Akerin. Sorry, my dog's barking in the background. With Baleba, I mean, he was obviously open to a move to Manchester United, but I think Fabrizio and David Ornstein did both come out and say that he would be happy to stay at Brighton anyway. So I don't think his head will be on Mars, so to speak. I reckon he'll still put in a decent shift for the Albion. But like I say, I think Man City, listen, they've got the quality, they've got the experience. Like you said, the Amex hasn't been the happiest ground for them. They lost their last season, beat them the season before, drew to them for the season before that. I think even in their Centurion season, when Brighton first got promoted, it took them until the 70th minute to break them down at the Amex. So it is going to be tough based on previous results. But ultimately, I do think City will get the job done. And they need to get the job done. They don't want to fall 6 or 5 points behind the chasing pack already.
Without Saka last season, Arsenal dropping many points. That's true, but this season Arsenal have players that can get goals out of somewhere. Declan Rice could probably score a free kick. Set pieces is their game. Liverpool defensively look a bit shocking, so I'm gonna go with. That's why I went for Arsenal win, because I just think Arsenal can trouble Liverpool, and Liverpool conceded 2 goals every game. Arsenal's defense probably the better defense out of the two. And what was I gonna say again? Gyökeres basically scored his 8th goal out of nowhere last week. It was basically him that just got the goal himself. So Gyökeres didn't pick out a goal out of nowhere, and I don't have any doubts as to why Arsenal can't win the game. There's a good chance they can do that. Saka is their corner taker, don't forget, but Declan Rice is a good corner taker as well. Declan Rice is pretty much
on the left-hand side. I think Ødegaard will be taking the corners. Yeah, well, if he's fit, obviously, in Saka's absence. If it's not Saka or Ødegaard, I think it'll probably be Madueke taking it. Fucking hell. Yeah, Nonny Bear. Because I'm a Nonny Bear. Honestly, I don't think Madueke's delivery is going to do us too good if he is starting. If we are going to score from a corner, it's going to have to be from a Rice delivery, I think, because honestly, I wouldn't trust Madueke to walk my dog, and the fact that we've even signed him is just ridiculous to me. Overall, listen, it's going to be a tough game, and Monkey, I understand what you're saying with Saka's injury last season, but we were dropping points before Saka got injured. We were dropping points before we got injured, and if anything, I don't think we coped. Oh, I mean, with and without Saka, our form didn't really dip to an extent. So I feel we are perfectly capable of playing without him. And obviously from last season, we've got the experience of playing without him for a long period of time. I don't think Saka and Ødegaard are as big, our big misses compared to how they would have been any other season before Arteta. Thanks to our summer business, we have got players that can fill in and step in. Albeit I'm not convinced with Madueke, but listen, at the end of the day, as long as he's wearing an Arsenal shirt, I'm going to hope he does well for us. And I'm going to support
him. Fair enough. So you guys have gone with your predictions. I've gone with mine. I'm going with the shock 2-1 Brighton win. Josh is finished again.
No, sorry, man. No, I'm sorry, man. No. So I'm really locked out. I'm really locked out. All right.
Oh, no.
Listen. AN Sports has hit 420 subs. I promise I'm not on the grass. Don't worry.
Man said Madueke and Martinelli in the wings. Bro, it's not going to be that.
No, it probably will be. If Odegaard's not fit to play, it will be Martinelli and Madueke on board.
You just know he'll play Odegaard, so it'll be Eze on the wing.
I think Martinelli usually turns up at Anfield, so hopefully he does that.
Don't forget Nwaneri could play as well. Nwaneri could play too. There's a chance you could play this game, Nwaneri.
Yeah, good point. I mean, people say I hear people like Lee Gunner say Max Dowman to start. Nah, man, he's not starting at Anfield. Let's be real here.
It's too much pressure at this age. I think you bring him off the bench. Bring him off the bench. I think that's the best way.
I don't think so. Arteta will definitely substitute on Trossard before Max Dowman. Let's be real here.
I forgot about Trossard as well, actually.
Yeah, but listen, I don't know, Jacques, do you want to add anything more from the Brighton game or from the Arsenal perspective?
I mean, for the Brighton game, like, it depends if Gruder turns up. In all fairness, or Welbeck. It depends on their like midfield balance and their attack as well. Like, it just depends on all that if they turn up. Yeah, that's all I can say. Yeah.
Next up, we're gonna go to which game should we go to next? Chelsea Fulham.
Yeah, that is the early kickoff.
Let's go to Chelsea Fulham, and then we'll go to Tottenham and Bournemouth.
Hit it off, Shaq.
And we'll do the least. We'll do the most important games to the least important games later. So yeah.
Shaq, hit it off.
Yeah. Okay. Shaq. So going off the form of like, pardon me, sorry, wait. Of Fulham thus far, got points off United. Probably could have won a match, and also probably should have had a penalty in their first game against Brighton, but ref had a stinker. And Chelsea, they're saying a world of light. In all fairness, particularly with their performance against West Ham. I mean, is Graham Potter who they were competing against? Sorry?
I can hear a bit of something from Josh's earphones, a little bit.
Okay.
But stream like later on. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Okay. Cool. But in all fairness, West Ham are coached by Graham Potter. Need I say any more? But yeah, I think this will be a very good game. Obviously, West London derby, players are going to be up for it. And I think Chelsea will win it. I'm going to say 2-1 Chelsea, but Fulham are looking good, and I wouldn't actually say it could also finish as draw. I'd say 1-1 or 2-1 Chelsea. That's my prediction, just because Iwobi could have a big impact in the game. I'd say, or Smith Rowe off the bench, Jimenez, Muniz, and Chelsea. Their attack just speaks for itself. Palmer's not back yet, as far as I'm aware. But they got João Pedro. They got Pedro Neto. They got so many players on display that could just win them the game. Yeah, so 2-1 Chelsea or 1-1 Fulham. Yeah.
I agree with what Jacques said there. I mean, going off the results from the West London sides, I mean, Chelsea is clearly in Chelsea's favour. Having said that, I think Fulham beat them in the 97th minute at Stamford Bridge last season. And obviously, as an Arsenal fan, I would love that to be repeated. Fulham have shown character in their first two games, coming back from a goal down in each, including in the 97th minute, funnily enough. Having said that, I think Chelsea do have enough about them to get 3 points. Like I say, I feel Chelsea will have a pretty good season. I don't think they'll win the title, but I think they'll certainly be challengers. I think out of the quote unquote big six sides, them and Spurs have got by far the easiest fixtures to start off. And I think that will show come December time. I think Chelsea will be in and around the top spot. And I think they'll beat Fulham. It won't be easy, as Jack has reiterated, but I think Chelsea will beat Fulham. And I reckon, early kickoff. I think I'll go 2-0 Chelsea. It'll be a very solid win. Fulham will carve out their own chances, their own opportunities, but Chelsea will stand firm and win 2-0.
Man says wonderful pronunciations of the players' names on the lad at the bottom of the screen. His name is Jacques, bro. Jacques.
Yeah.
Jacques.
He's got a name, Hugh. He's got a name, bro.
Yeah.
But big up to you, my guy. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you, Hugh. But yeah, as my prediction, I enjoyed Chelsea's win last week against West Ham. I can't lie. I thought they were really, really good to watch. I know West Ham
Potter's best win for Chelsea.
possibly. It is. Yeah, actually, you're right. No. You are right. It is actually 5-1 to Chelsea. That was a good win by Potter, by Graham Potter. No.
Exactly.
But yeah, no. As I said, honestly, like Chelsea played really well last week, and they scored 5 goals. Get out like straight off the mark. I know they had a bad first week against Palace. Bad first week. Back to the drawing board. Chelsea scored 5 goals, as continued from the Club World Cup. João Pedro, amazing performance again by him, and looking to cap it off with his first Stamford Bridge goal. Maybe it might happen this week. Fulham, do you know what it is? I think United just played really badly. I don't think Fulham were that great. I'll be honest with you. I don't think Fulham were that great. I just think we played really, really bad. I think Man United just played really, really badly. And I know it sounds crazy because as a United fan, we've not been really, really good. But really and truly, we just had a bad game ourselves. I'll be honest. I think we downed tools in the second half. I'd say first half after the missed penalty. I think everything down tools. I think we completely down tools after that missed penalty, or even prior to that. To be honest with you, we kind of got lucky with the penalty, but even then, like we down tools. But Fulham, like, look, they've got players like Calvin Bassey, Rodrigo Muniz. They got players like of that Iwobi. They have
Players that can hurt you.
Smith off the bench. Sorry, what were you saying?
Players that can hurt you. Capable of pulling from an
They can, and they have a quality goalkeeper that can make saves as well. Like Bernd Leno's a really good keeper as well. So yeah, Fulham played real good. Give them some credit. I'm not giving Fulham credit, bro. They were just. I'll be honest with you. They were
Hey,
good.
come on, Ackerman, mate. But listen, to come from a goal down, that takes character. You know?
We gave them a goal. We gave them a goal pretty much. Dalot gave them the goal. It wasn't a Fulham's quality. It was of us giving them the goal.
Ackerman hasn't processed the game still, and he's still got Grimsby to go.
I genuinely thought that was about 3 points, bro. I genuinely thought that was about 3 points.
Well, it should have been.
Should have. Anthony Dunn. What was he saying there?
Might be Anthony going to Real Betis.
Anthony Dunn. Hold on a minute. Let me have a look. Anthony Dunn.
Oh, Streets won't forget his debut.
Yeah.
Child, man. Last time United beat us. Man. Well,
Arsenal fans bring his debut up. Anthony's done nothing, by the way. He's done nothing. And then pops up with a goal right before halftime.
That Martinelli disallowed goal was bullshit. Yeah. Never mind. So we're not reliving 22-23, don't we?
Overloaded the middle. Well, that's just what it is then. But even then, like, I still think we gave them a goal, and I'm not giving Fulham credit. I just don't enjoy the way Fulham play football. I'll be honest with you, I really don't. It's just battle and scrap. I don't enjoy it. It's just
that's a lot of Fulham games. It's a lot of battle and scrap. They're very good at nullifying the top sides, I'd say, which is why fans of Big Six clubs are always balls out of their skull watching their team play against Fulham, especially at Craven Cottage. And I understand why, but at the end of the day, Fulham deserve credit for that because they're able to nullify teams so effectively.
Fair enough. But even then, like, this is what I'm trying to say. I think it'll be harder to play against Chelsea because United, like they said, we made mistakes. We downed tools in the game and stuff like that. So yeah. that's just my thoughts on that one. But as of Chelsea, first Stamford Bridge win the season, I won't put it past them to do it, and I think they will get the job done. I'm gonna go to 3-1 Chelsea. I think Chelsea will just run through Fulham, like they don't like they're not there. Their attack, Chelsea's attack is scary. Chelsea's attack is just very, very scary to come up against. It's just very, very difficult to defend against as well because you got the likes of, like I said, João Pedro. You got how do you say it? You got Delap off the bench. You got players like Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo who can join the attack as well, even from midfield. So yeah, Gittins, and then now they have Alejandro Garnacho, the Ronaldo regen. So yeah. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the game. Chelsea 3-1. And Josh, what was your prediction again?
2-0 Chelsea.
Chelsea 2-0. Did you give your preview already?
Yeah, I did. I did talk about my preview. I don't know what Jack's cracking up at. Let's not start this. I think Jack said 2-1.
It's your profile picture. I think it's your profile picture.
No, he just said
Osama bin Arteta.
No, he just come on, lock in. Come on.
I'm locked in.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. Trust me, lads. Come on, we're nearly halfway there.
Anyone in the chat earlier that doesn't know what we're laughing about? We had a laughing session. So
No, it's back again.
You'll fucking laugh, lads. Honestly, around half an hour in, if you're struggling to laugh, if you're having a bad day, just go back 30 minutes on stream. You'll have a blast. Trust me.
No, come on.
Wait, is this true? Jarrett Bowen nearly got into a fight with a fan in the crowd.
Oh yeah, they did. He did nearly.
Really? That's mad.
Yeah.
Mad, bro. If it was for Zinchenko failing to mark Anthony, he would have scored on his debut. He would have scored a debut against Arsenal. Good thing we got rid of him.
Listen, I remember calling for Tierney to start and play Zinchenko where Xhaka usually plays and play Xhaka at the base because Partey was injured. Man, how could I see that on Arteta couldn't? Come on.
Yeah.
Just want to quickly say shout out to Mark Anthony.
I know Garnacho's not going to play. I'm just saying they added Garnacho to the team now, so Chelsea are looking stronger than ever. That's what I'm trying to say. Right, guys, Garnacho.
Josh, shut the fuck up.
Okay, yeah. I'm so sorry for people watching and hoping for a serious football discussion because I've just been so locked out.
There's good laughs on the channel, like I said earlier. Positive vibe. These guys. What's that hate about these guys right here? You know what I mean? Come on.
Oh no, mate. Okay. We'll continue.
Nah, Spurs already did his Xavi.
I'm so sorry about that earlier.
They've already done the medical. Right? Already signed.
No, there's some video I saw. It's like some meme about some guy being dragged out of prison cell or something like that to do with every 2 months. I mean, he didn't want him getting Willian. Oh my! Why did I say it like that?
Oh my god! What the hell, man? Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so locked out. Okay, let's continue.
Oh man.
I'm so sorry, man. This is crazy. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Classic feed.
What you call
I'm locked in. Now I'm going to shove a sock in my mouth to stop myself from laughing.
he can't do that. He's laughing already. Next thing you know,
Carry on.
flies out of his mouth. Next thing you know, flies out of his mouth. It's cracking again. But anyway, Newcastle away at Ellen Road in Northern Yorkshire take on Leeds United. Lads,
He's in South Yorkshire.
yeah, Leeds are in Yorkshire. Leeds are in Yorkshire.
No, they're in South, I swear. I swear they're in South Yorkshire.
Either way, we'll go.
Yeah.
It's already confirmed, by the way. He's already signed for Spurs. Confirmed already. He's already just contracted already. Sorry, go on.
That Twitter video is crazy.
What do you mean?
I know the one Jack was referencing about
That
Tottenham
one.
waking up with medical.
Send it to me. Send it to me. Send it to me. Send it to me.
We will.
Yeah, Leeds, Newcastle, Ellen Road. I'll be right back, guys. Just quickly talk about it.
Yep. Leeds versus Newcastle at Ellen Road. Obviously, Leeds, they won their first game of the season, beating Everton through a penalty. And obviously, they lost 5-0 at the Emirates. Now, I feel like Leeds will be in the relegation scrap, but they have a good advantage with the Ellen Road atmosphere, which is where they need to pick up their points if they are to survive. Away from home, you do what you do, but at home, you've got to put in a performance week in, week out. And thanks to the fan atmosphere, I reckon they will more often than not, put in good performances and get points out of it. They play Newcastle, who are in a terrible state at the minute. Obviously, they drew 0-0 at Aston Villa in a toothless performance at Villa Park. And then that late heartbreak against Liverpool. They're going to want to bounce back, although they're in a hostile atmosphere. They've signed, I can't say his name. Jacques will be able to help me out there.
Voltamada.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he'll be ready for the game.
I don't think so. As far as I don't think he will be, because he played midweek against Braunschweig in the DFB Pokal. Scored in a 4-4 draw as well. Yeah.
Sounds exciting. But yeah, he won't be ready for Newcastle. They're going to have to stick. Oh no, they haven't got Gordon up front either. No, I don't know who they're going to play up front. So they'll be pretty toothless in attack again, I feel. I reckon both teams, they'll settle for a point in this one. Obviously, Newcastle will be disappointed. They're a Champions League level club now against the newly promoted side, but Ellen Road is going to be a hostile atmosphere. I think it will be a topsy-turvy 1-1 draw between the two sides. Shaq, take it away.
I sort of disagree with what Josh is saying in terms of I don't think it would be a 1-1 draw. And also in terms of like the centre forward that they could like stick up front for them, they've got Asula, I believe his name is. He joined them from Sheffield United last summer, if I'm not mistaken. And anybody who knows specifics, please correct me. And they realistically should have won against Liverpool last week, or earlier this week, technically. Last match week, should I say, then, to be specific. But regardless, they should have won against Liverpool had they taken their chances. Gordon had a header that was off target.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Newcastle win, probably 1 goal in it. I'd say 2-1 Newcastle. Joelinton probably will score. I don't know about if Bruno Guimaraes will. I'll say Joelinton and Harvey Barnes. And for Leeds, I'll just go with Mecha just because he's a main man up front. Yeah. Yeah,
fair enough. I mean, put it this way, Newcastle's wingers are going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting without a out and out. Well, not an out and out centre forward, but without an experienced centre forward or a centre forward as good as Isak. So their wing is Harvey Barnes. I was going to say Gordon, but obviously not. Who's the other one? Jacob Murphy will probably come in. Yeah. They're they're going to have to. For me, they're probably going to have to rely on insurance off the bench in order to see it out, or in order to find the winning goal. The likes of Joe Willock being in there. Like you said, they've got a good foundation with their midfielders and whatnot. Tonali, Guimaraes, and Joe Linton. Although I don't know if they'll recover in time for this game. So I can't see anything other than a draw between the two sides here. I personally believe, like, both teams, they aren't in the best of shapes. Listen, I follow Norwich. I'm from Norwich. I know Daniel Farke in the Prem. Do not trust him. Yeah, trust me. But yeah, I feel it'll be a draw. I feel Newcastle were in a vulnerable state. They're going to be heartbroken after what happened on Monday night. And yeah, I don't think they're. I mean, overall, it will be a draw. I don't want to waffle on. I think it will be a draw. And what about you, Akavin?
Me, I don't know, bro. Honestly, like the thing is, like at the end of the day, Newcastle, they've not had a good start to the season. They've not really had a good start to the season, if you look at it that way. Because Newcastle lost at home to Liverpool last week, and first week they dropped points to Aston Villa. That's not really a good start to the season, if you ask me. 1 point in 6, and really and truly, they should have really got all 3 points against Liverpool. I'll be honest with you, they should have got all 3 points against Liverpool last week. And considering the way Arsenal played against Leeds last week, this is why I'm saying they'll beat Liverpool at Anfield, because I reckon that they've sort of stepped up the performances already. You know what I'm trying to say? They've kind of stepped it up already, if you ask me. So I'm gonna say, you know, I reckon there's a good chance that this game could be a shock. And I don't like Leeds. Trust me. And you guys know I support Man United. I don't like Leeds, right? But Newcastle's poor start might continue. And I am going to go with a shock 2-1 to Leeds. Being at home, Newcastle missing a few players, not having a good start. Futures of Isak is up in the air, not taking their chances, and that their striker Voltamada is not there. So I can tell you're laughing at his profile picture, aren't you? Nah, Josh's profile picture is hilarious. I can't lie to you. But yeah, as I said, missing a few players, future of Isak's up in the air, missing big chances up top. Yeah, I reckon Newcastle in for a struggle. I'm gonna go for 2-1 Leeds. I'm gonna go for a shock. And conclude AC Milan. What are your thoughts? Good signing for AC Milan. Happy with that. Let's go. That Rio kid who scored against Newcastle wasn't even alive when Liverpool won the Champions League in 2005. How old is he? Is it like what? Was he born like 7?
16.
31st December 2009. No, 8.
That's Dalman.
Sorry. Oh crap! Sorry, no. Who? Okay, yeah. Sorry, no. I'm thinking about Darwin. I think he's an 08 kid. To be fair.
08, 09. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went for a shock 2-1 Leeds at home.
Yeah, fair enough.
I reckon they might.
This is a banana skin fixture for Newcastle.
I'm basing this off of Newcastle's poor start and them missing a few players and them not scoring goals when needs being, and Isak's futures in the air. Newcastle have a lot going on behind the scenes as well, and the new signing ain't going to play. They still haven't got the players back, missing a few players. So yeah, that's why I went for 2-1 Leeds. And I don't like Leeds. I hate them, but I hope I'm proven wrong. But I reckon Newcastle are in for a shock here. Ellen Road's going to be rocking, and I think Leeds will win the game. So yeah, that's my prediction for that. Anything you want to add before we move on to the next game?
I don't. Do you, Jack?
Not exactly. I mean, I would also sort of compare what Josh sort of saying. Was Daniel Farke the manager back in 2019-20 Norwich, if I recall?
Yes, he was.
Okay, yeah. I mean, this could honestly be like when Norwich played Newcastle at the start of that season. I think it was 3-1 win for Norwich.
Yeah, Pookie hat-trick.
Yeah. So we could have a little bit of an unmatched party potentially, or Longstaff playing against the old team. So you never know what could happen.
You never know.
Yeah.
And that Hugh comment, like, put it into context, yeah. Max Diamond, 15 years old. He was only a day old when David Tennant regenerated into Matt Smith.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know, Jack. That's crazy, isn't it? It's about Doctor Who, Akron. I don't know if I don't know if you've heard about it, but yeah, like for people like me and Jack, like that is just insane. So
Fair enough. Next up we've got. Which game should we go to next?
I think we just go through the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Get Saturdays out of the way.
There's Aston Villa Crystal Palace as well. That's gonna be a game to watch, possibly. But we'll get to that in a bit. Let's go to Spurs Bournemouth. I reckon Tottenham are in for. I'll start with this one. I think Tottenham, the places, they're kind of on their upward trajectory, in my opinion, if you ask me, Tottenham, because obviously they've just won the Europa League. They've won their first 2 games of the season, signed Xavi Simons. I reckon Tottenham's gonna be in for a good. I'd say the morale at Tottenham is definitely getting much better. They're definitely up there in terms of obviously like teams that are gonna be tough to face. With the addition of Xavi Simons, like I said, I know they have injuries, but at home to Bournemouth, last season I would have predicted the Spurs loss easily. Would have said slapping, but this season is going to be completely different, and I reckon this is going to be a completely sort of different turnout. If you ask me, I'd say it'll be a different turnout because, look, Spurs, they're not the best team by looking at it on paper. Their attack doesn't look like amazing, but like I said, it's all about morale boost, confidence, and Spurs have the confidence. Not like I said, Xavi Simons signing, Europa League winners, and then being in the Champions League this season. Spurs going to definitely be up for it, and obviously with players being out, they're going to have to go into the transfer market and be like, they need to go and replace some players. They need to go and sign some players. So Spurs, it's not done for them yet. So yeah, I reckon it'll be a Spurs win. But I want to know your thoughts, guys. Josh.
I'll let Jack go first.
I'm just going to say as is. Yeah, I think Spurs will win 3-1. Richarlison keeping up his run of form. I think he'll score. Kuda's probably going to have an absolute banger of a match, just as he has thus far. And I like Bournemouth. Like Iraola's football, it's very solid. I mean, they finished. Was it 9th or 10th last season? And like they're a very solid team, but I just don't see how he's going to sort of like out tactic this Spurs team unless Spurs play, I don't know, Arsenal, Liverpool, any of those other sort of like big teams. But like, yeah, I think it'll be 3-1 Spurs in all honesty. And Brennan Johnson, he is rapid. And
Richarlison as well. Richarlison playing yeah, Spurs are playing well. I can't lie.
Yeah.
This season, when is Arsenal Tottenham? By the way, when is it?
The first fixture is in November when Spurs travel to the Emirates. I don't know when the Tottenham Stadium fixtures. I think it might be in April or March. No. It's in February. It's in February as it stands.
I can't wait for that, man. It's gonna be really good fun to watch this year. Arsenal Spurs.
Yeah, not for me and Jack. Hopefully.
Hugh, you love to overuse this joke, man, but it's still gold. But yeah, I think Spurs will win the game 3-1. Josh, what's your prediction again?
Well, I feel like it's going to be the same result as last season, a 2-2 draw. I understand Spurs are playing well, but Bournemouth are a solid side as well. Listen, they made it extremely hard for the Premier League champions on the first game of the season.
Don't forget Kudus.
And they managed to squeeze past a rapidly improved Wolves side from Gameweek 1. So I feel like Bournemouth have the squads, they have the quality and whatnot to be a cause for concern, and I think there will be a cause for concern. I'm going for a 2-2 draw with Richarlison and Brennan Johnson with the Spurs goals. Tyler Adams in my FPL and Evan Nilsson for Bournemouth to get their 2 goals.
So 2-2. Fair enough. Semenyo's gonna. I think Semenyo might back, but I think Spurs will win the game. I think Johnson with 2 and Richarlison with 1. What's up with all these Welsh players having all the speed? Johnson, Bale, Bellamy, Giggs, and James. I don't think Bellamy had all that pace. I'll be honest with you. I think Bellamy was just
Chasing
really.
feet.
I think Bellamy was just really good on the ball. That's it. And but yeah, Ryan Giggs was rapid. I remember that goal he scored against what do you call? Because I remember watching a game Ryan Giggs was playing like years ago against in 2010. I forgot which game it was, but I remember he was scoring. Remember he was scoring some good goals as well. But Giggs was rapid, man. He was rapid on the. But Dan James is hella fast. I kind of like Dan James is really fast. But yeah, that's my prediction for the game. Spurs 3-1, and you guys are saying 2-1 the Spurs. Jack, you saying 2-1 Spurs?
No, I said 3-1. I said 3-1. Josh said 2-2. Also, they forgot to mention Gary's speed. The absolute demon. Yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Gary Speed. Yeah, absolute legend of the game. James is back in the Premier League. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Next up, we're gonna go to. What's the next game we got?
Get all the 3 p.m. kickoffs out of the way.
Sunderland Brentford.
That's an interesting one.
Yes, both started off quite well. I can't lie. Both started quite well. I know. Brentford got. Brentford
pulverized at the City Ground.
Sunderland also lost to Burnley last week, but they won their first home games of the season with clean sheets as well. So it's gonna be a tough game. I'm gonna go the 1-1 draw straight up. I don't really have much to say on this game, to be honest with you. I'm gonna go 1-1 draw.
It's where's this being played at again?
We're playing at Stadium of Light.
Stadium of Light, right? Sunderland versus Brentford. I'll go. You know what? I'm going to go with a draw as well. I think 1-1. I'm sorry to be unadventurous, but yeah, I feel that's probably a realistic way to go. Because listen, Brentford, they're, in my opinion, dead certainties to go down, but they did play well against Villa. Obviously, we know what happened to Sunderland, how they played against West Ham, but they also lost against a team that you'd have fancied them to beat after match week 1's performance in Burnley. So topsy-turvy. I think both sides would be happy with the point as well, because the Stadium of Light isn't going to be an easy ground to go to for any team. And yeah, 1-1. I'll go with the stalemate. What about you, Jack?
I'm going to. What's that saying? I'm going to say the opposite. I will say 2-1 Brentford. I'm going to say 2-1 Brentford. I think Ouattara scored in his debut against Villa last week. Dango Ouattara is who I'm speaking about. The Burkinabe forward. I think that's the right word to use. Anyway, regardless, he scored last week, so I back him to score again. Think Lefebvre might equalise late on, and then I with a winner from corner. I don't know. Yeah, I'd say that.
What's up with Wissa, by the way?
He's still trying to force through his move to Newcastle, isn't he, Jack?
Yes, along the lines of that, and
he's been axed by
I have on good authority that he's just been training alone, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that's the predictions for that game. Next up, we got sorry, let me bring it up real quick.
Guys, what's up?
Hit the like button. Let's get a 430 subs, guys. We're 10 subs away from that. Every 10 subs is a new goal. So we'll keep on pushing. Wolves Everton.
Okay.
Wolves Everton.
2-1 Wolves.
2-1 Everton.
2-0 Everton. I
think Everton will be fired up after last week's win. I know they lost on opening day to Leeds, but I reckon Lisa will be fired up after that. They'll be fired up after the home win against Brighton, and I think Everton with David Moyes. Like I said, David Moyes is possibly, if he wins Everton the trophy, yeah, he should get a statue outside the new stadium.
Hill Dickinson Stadium, yeah.
Yeah, the Hill Dickinson Stadium. He should, anyways, in my opinion. But that's just my thoughts on that. But then again, like I said, Everton, tough team to face away, tough team to face away at tough team to face at any game, to be honest with you. Any game, to be fair. It's always tough to play Everton, to be fair. you guys are laughing again.
This guy is killing me on the bottom of our screen.
I hope Jacques joins every single show we're on, but because
yeah,
because we need a good old laugh, don't we? We need a good old laugh, bro.
Yeah, me and Jack probably will need a good laugh after what Liverpool might do to us. But yeah, in terms of what was the game you were speaking about? Wolves Everton. I feel obviously Everton will be fired up after getting their first win at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, but I think Wolves will need to respond because they've lost their first two games, and I think they will respond. I think this relegation fight is going to be a good one that we look back on like 04, 05 or 08, 09 or 13, 14. Yeah, 11, 12 as well. I think it'll be a good one, and I think Wolves will be good value for their win. I think it'll be a pretty convincing 2-1 win. They might go 1-0 down, but I reckon they'll come back, make it 2-1. And yeah, get them off the ground running.
Yeah. You know what? Bunver Jakes with my prediction. I'm just going to say 2-1 Everton. I think Strand Larson will score for Wolves just because he's their talisman.
He wants to leave, apparently. Newcastle as well. Newcastle.
That news with Strand Larson, he wants to leave, but he's saying it amicably. He's saying he's
rejected. No, 55 million was rejected.
By Wolves. Yeah, they did, but it's not like some Isaac sort of situation.
Yeah.
It's not like on that sort of level.
Sorry, Jack.
No, yeah. So I think Strand Larson will score, and screw it. I'll say Garner again, just like last week against Brighton.
My guy James Garner.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, and then
I'll take him back in this midfield right now. By the way, I love James, top quality player. Don't know if people don't rate him, but yeah. Sorry.
I'd say
Beto.
NGI scores a winner.
Just be good. Exactly. FPL. NGI. Yeah. And
FPL. Good for all of our FPLs. He'd absolutely.
Listen, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So all you
shout out
to
him
say,
as well.
Oh, you've got the advantage. You've got the higher chance. None of that crap. I told him in the chat already. If you know who you know what I was talking about. If you know, you know. Remember we had that conversation the other day. I told you about the higher chance. How do you know? Well, there you go, bruv. There you go. I've just finished that off. But anyways, next game we've got is Forest West Ham.
2-0 Forest.
2-1 Forest. I reckon Jarrett Bowen might get a goal. I reckon it's just a toxic atmosphere at West Ham right now. I just don't see them getting another win. I just think Forest, they've made a couple signings. Douglas Luiz in that team. Hell, do you know what? I'm gonna go 3-1. I'm gonna go 3-0 Forest or 3-1 Forest. Sorry, I'll go 3-1 Forest. I think Forest will slap. I think Chris Wood's gonna bag 2 goals. I might even bring him my FPL. You never know. I might say, you know what? Scrap it. I'll bring him my FPL right now. I will try and make some signings. I'll try and bring him in because he's gonna have another good season. In my opinion, Chris Wood. He's gonna have a good season as well. Chris Wood's been on fire in the Premier League, man. Chris Wood's been he's like one of those players where you just nobody pays attention to. Nobody wants to pay attention to him. He's like, you know, he's one of those players that he's just quietly doing his business, you know. And nobody wants to talk about Chris Wood that much, but he's just doing his job, man. Like big up to Chris Wood, man. Every single time, he's a good player, good striker. I would have taken him at United, but listen, that's another topic for another day. Yeah, 3-1 Forest. Toxic atmosphere at West Ham. Chris Wood, East, all these guys. Forest looking to get there to kick off the season with another win. Three wins and 3. Was it they lost last week, didn't they? Or they won last week?
Did they draw last week? I think? No, they drew with Crystal Palace last week.
Ismail
Was it-
Sarr and then
was it
Hudson
1-1?
Odoi were equaliser.
1-1. Was it 1-1 they drew? Was it 2-2?
1-1.
Yeah, Sarr and then Hudson Odoi.
Yeah, we called that one 1-1. I'm gonna go with 3-1 Forest win. I think Forest will go 2 wins and 3 to start their season. That's gonna be a really good game for them. That's gonna be a good win for them, in my opinion, if they get this one, because they need this win, especially with the European draw being made today. They need to pick up form for that as well. Picking up form is important now, from now till when the international break is over. But in my opinion, international break should be scrapped, and we'll talk about that in the Beyond the Ball show, which is back next week between me and Josh, because obviously next week there's no football, there's no Premier League, so we are going to talk about Beyond the Ball. We're going to have a Beyond the Ball podcast every single week when there's no international break, when it's international break and no Premier League football. So yeah, I didn't want to say this on the last stream on Wednesday because it was too soon, but Warren, who scored the second goal for Grimsby, a former United player. Yeah, he was. Yes.
He was.
Yeah.
Didn't he go like that during the penalty shootout as well?
I don't remember. I just like closed it. I'll be honest. I just closed it.
Yeah, fair point.
Next up, we've got. Sorry, Josh. Did you give your prediction?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was thinking 3-0 Forest, but Jack said that's all go 2-0 Forest.
Yeah. I also just want to make a point to back up what Akvin said about Chris Wood. If you extrapolate the data, not just whilst he's been at Forest, at Burnley as well, and then in
Newcastle.
Yeah, no, not so much in Newcastle. I mean, he only scored
Leicester,
5.
no?
Yeah, Leicester, Leeds, Burnley, and now Forest. He is a prolific batsman, and you'd back him to score like another, let's just say 14, 15, maybe even 17 goals in the league this season, and Forest probably finish 8th.
Crazy, bro. He also played for Leeds when they win the championship. Yep.
Yeah.
He was there. I think he played for them in the Prem as well for a bit, no? In the Prem.
No, he didn't. No. He played for Burnley during that time.
Okay.
He left them in 17-18.
There you go. Wait.
Yeah.
West Ham?
Hey?
What?
West Ham? Was he at West Ham as well?
No, he was at West Ham. I think you're mistaken with like Danny Ings or something.
I saw someone called Wood at West Ham, I swear.
I don't recall. I can only
Marlon
think of
Hale was, do you think?
whatever his name is.
No,
Marvin. Yeah.
Never mind. It's my bad. I don't think so. I swear he was at West Ham, but I don't think he was.
No, he's never played.
Wasn't.
He's been to many clubs. That's why I'm thinking of so many clubs in my.
You're thinking of probably Andy Carroll or some shit.
Yeah, probably.
Probably Andy Carroll. Yeah. Next up, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace.
Ooh, see, there's a lot of good games this weekend. Aston Villa, Palace. Villa with no goal so far. Crystal Palace, slow but sure start. 2 points out of a possible 6. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. I'm going to go with Aston Villa 2-1.
Actually, change that. 0-0 draw.
They're going to get their first win of the season, Aston Villa. Come on. Get the first win of the season. Unai Emery. Villa looking a bit shaky. They are looking a bit shaky. They're looking a bit shaky, isn't it, Jack? Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, screw it. I'll just say 1-1 draw. Sarr to score and Watkins to score as well. Just he's clutch.
Watkins is probably their go-to guy. He's like their go-to guy now. Watkins.
Yeah.
Like
or Rodgers.
There's really no one else in that Villa team that for me.
Well, isn't Villa's only signing this summer has been a 30 million euro striker, if I'm not wrong.
Maybe
I can't remember his name.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but I can't remember his name. But I think that's the only piece of income and business they've done. Obviously, because of their high wage turnover and everything, they're in real trouble with PSR, and they could have really done with qualifying for the Champions League last season. And yeah, I think they're reeling from that, and it'll be another unconfident performance in front of their home fans, like it was against Newcastle. And I'll go with a 0-0 draw because Crystal Palace haven't exactly been clinical so far. Either.
I've got 2-1 Aston Villa, first win of the season for the Villains in Birmingham. Let's go.
That's it. Okay,
Let's
wait. They signed Evan Guesson from Nice, I believe it was. And they've also actually been in talks recently with Marco Asensio, because he did really well last season on loan during that 6-month period.
He was balling out, man.
Yeah. So yeah.
You see what the experienced players from Real Madrid does for you, bro. They just need Isco in that team, and that duo between Isco and Asensio would be quality in my opinion. But I don't know. That we'll save that topic for another time, maybe. And that's time for what to even go to a Big Six club to have done his due diligence with Villa. Agreed. I think we should have signed him. I'll be honest. We should have signed him. Imagine we had him and Sesko as strikers. I know it's never gonna happen, but imagine we had that. That'd have been a good striker pairing, in my opinion, if you ask me. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. But I think that's all we have, no? I swear. Wait, hold on a minute.
I think there's one more.
There's one more game.
We forgot about Burnley, no? Burnley,
Yeah.
they're playing some team. I forgot.
Yeah, Manchester. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I forgot who they're playing against, bro. Seriously.
Grimsby's Dogs.
FC United.
I wonder. I don't know. Actually, Burnley have no game this weekend. Never mind. Never got no game this weekend.
Yeah. 3-1 for Burnley.
We're gonna close out, guys.
Nah, come on. We haven't hit the 2-hour mark yet. 5-0 Burnley.
Who are they playing against, though? I don't know who are they playing against.
No, Akvid, did I send you that post on Twitter? That guy edited his FPL, so his entire 11 were full of Burnley players. Oh, that's class.
But who are they playing against, though? I don't remember.
Your favourite club, Akvid? Come on.
Really?
It's Fleet United.
Yeah, they're playing AC Milan, aren't they? Nah. You're not going to review it? Oh, no. One thing I will say, in Amarim's interview, he did say, I think he said something like, "We're going to play against Burnley, and then a decision will be made." What are your thoughts on that quote?
There's a chance that he could resign, and I won't be surprised if he does. He's trying to resign, like my guy mentioned here already. I forgot. I had to bring up the comment right here. It was right here. Hold on, let me bring it up here. Amarim wanted to resign twice, once in January and after the UEL final, but the board wanted to keep him. So the
board wanted to quit that early.
The board wanted to back this guy, yeah, because maybe he was fed up with the players. The players just weren't up for it. I'll be honest with you. So at the end of the day, right, this has probably been one of the worst weeks as a United fan in God knows how long. And and you guys know me, I'm an honest fan. I'm a realistic fan. I don't do all this sugarcoating. I don't lie and say we're fine. We're not fine, guys. This is probably one of the worst weeks ever being a United fan, and I genuinely have no words to describe how ashamed I feel having to talk about my club in such a way, because I never want to talk about my club in a bad way. I don't want to talk about my club in a bad way. And at the end of the day, we can't allow this to happen again. Otherwise, it should be everyone out. And honestly, bro, I know I called for the manager to get sacked, but this is really his last chance, in my opinion. If you ask me, this is really his last chance to prove me against Burnley that he can actually do it. People are gonna call me crazy.
Crazy.
You don't back the manager. You don't support the manager.
Odds on a Sesko own goal to give Burnley the win.
Imagine 7 wins.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you guys back in 2020.
Oh,
No.
don't remind me, man.
Honestly, bro, like it's just sad, like how the state of my club is right now. Honestly, it's just I don't know how to describe it, bro. Really and truly, we should be winning this game, but I have no faith no more. I genuinely have no faith anymore. Like we got some players. I don't know who start. A lot of these players played 90 minutes. Manu played 90 minutes. Cunha played 90 minutes. And Buemo came off the bench. I think he'll start. Sesko played 90 minutes. Only he'll start. Who else will play? I think Bruno will play. He came off the bench. I think Casemiro. I don't think Casemiro played, so Casemiro will come off the bench. So Casemiro will start. Manu might start. To be fair, this is his first game. This could be his first game starting the season. There's a good chance because if Amber really wants to talk about keeping Kobe, this is the game to start him against Burnley. You give him some confidence by playing him in this game. I think he starts this game. He should start. And yeah, just keep the team the same as it was against what do you call it? Not Grimsby but Fulham. I guess keep it the same apart from maybe a couple players. I'd start Xerxes. I start Xerxes, I'll be honest with you. I think he starts. He should start in my opinion. Link up with Sesko. I think Sesko will start. I think Hoyland's gone. I think he's off to Napoli. Garnacho's just left, so not really many options in attack off the bench as in terms of like backup. Cheeto's not going to play this game. I think Cheeto should have played that game against Town. He should have played in the midweek, if you ask me. But yeah, I don't really have much to say on the team news. Just go and try and get the win, I guess. Apparently Mazraoui. I'm not sure if he's going to be back. Mazraoui, if he starts, if he's back, I start him because he's not really had many minutes compared to everyone else. He's not had a preseason. I wouldn't rush him back, but maybe give him a few minutes there. And left wing back, I'm inclined to give Diego Leon a chance, but he's not going to play in the Premier League game, bro. So Drogo's going to start again. And yeah, Maguire, don't think he starts because he played that day. Anyone who played 90 minutes, right, in the recent game will not. I don't think will start. That's the thing. So hopefully Tom Heaton plays, man. I'm seriously sick of our goalkeepers. They really, really piss me off. Genuinely, both our goalkeepers.
Oh
really
man.
Bro. I don't know why he even played that day, bro. Onana. I don't understand why Onana played that day, and it still does not get. It still pisses me off. I remember will not start Manu ahead of Bruno. It's not that he'll start Manu ahead of Bruno. I said they'll play both. He should play both because you can't play Manu for like you can't. I don't understand this notion of you can't play Manu ahead of Bruno. Yes, you can. Why is no one undroppable? You know, why is nobody in this team? Why is anyone in this team undroppable? We've just had one of our worst ever seasons in professional football, and you want to tell me no one's droppable after that? Anyone who's been a part of it should be droppable. It does not matter if you're the captain or not. Everyone should be droppable. The goalkeeper was dropped, so why can't he be dropped? You know? So I don't understand. You can't start Manu and Bruno together. You can. Manu can start. Bruno can start as well. Bruno didn't play 90 minutes, so he'll start. Bruno will start, so because he didn't play 90 the other day. Manu should start. This will be his second game of the season. He's hardly played, so give him some minutes. So yeah. Score prediction 3-1 Man United. I think we'll win the game. I don't think it'll be easy, but we'll win the game.
2-1 United.
2-1 United.
Yeah, 2-1.
Sorry?
2-1 United.
2-1 United. Fair enough. Same nationality as the manager. That's just what it is, and it's just a bias then, I guess. It's just a bias. It's just the favoritism. And that's what a lot of managers, when they come to United, they have favoritism. And that's what I don't like. I don't like favoritism. I know, of course, you're going to like some players. Fair enough. But then again, it's almost as if, like, does it really... It's kind of hindering the team in a way. Because you want to pick your favorites. And if they don't perform, you're still going to pick them over the players that should start ahead of them. So yeah. I'm throwing shades at Madrid. Nah, bro, I'm not throwing shades at Madrid. I love Madrid, bro. I love Madrid.
Nope, instead throw shades at Ugarte.
Yeah, Ugarte shouldn't play. Ugarte shouldn't play. Fredrickson, poor from him the other day. So he shouldn't play. He shouldn't start. Mazraoui, I don't know if he'll play, actually, to be fair. But even then, I'm gonna say 3-1 Man United. I think we should win the game anyways. If we don't, then yeah, goodbye, Amram. 4-1. Okay, hopefully that's the case. Listen, we shall see. But guys, oh yeah, FPL, Josh, FPL. Forgot FPL. We need to FPL.
Well, FPL, I've captained Salah, so hopefully I jinx him. I replaced Guyu with Dewsbury Hall, so I'm playing a 3-5-2. Gyökeres and Haaland up front. Salah, Morgan Rogers, Reinders, Tyler Adams and Dewsbury Hall in midfield, with Gabriel Cucurella and Ian Matson as the defenders, and Matt Sells in goal. Ian Matson, he didn't come off the bench against Newcastle, but he came off the bench against Brentford. Hopefully he gets some more minutes, or at least bag a point out of him. My other two defenders are injured, Twan Zepe and Jeremy Frimpong, who are still on the bench. I want to transfer Eze in, but I don't know if I don't know if I will bother, to be honest. And yeah, I mean, Jack, how's your FPL looking?
I haven't changed anything yet. I'm probably going to take Saka out, put Eze in to start, and probably put Grealish in for Saka. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Fair enough.
Shaw, Dalot, Casemiro, Bruno, Dorgu, and Bueno, Cunha, No, Menu should start, man. Menu needs to start, in my opinion. And Cunha 20 minutes back to back. So I don't think Cunha should start this game. I think Cunha should come off the bench this game. You don't play 90 minutes 4 games in a row thinking it's okay for fitness. He's got international break as well coming up. So I hope that doesn't play a huge factor in his fitness. I don't want him to struggle with fitness when he comes back. I see Mason Mount playing. I see Casemiro playing. Casemiro didn't play today, so Casemiro does start. This is my prediction line. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. My team so far as of right now, I got Sells, I got Gabriel, Aït-Nouri, Cucurella, Ronaldo, NDI, Mo Salah, Kudus, Reinders, Haaland, and João Pedro. I'm not sure what to do because I have Steve on my bench who got me 6 points last week from a clean sheet. Mainu on my bench. I've had Mainu on my bench since the start. I just thought he'd be a good bench piece, yeah. Because I don't see him starting ahead of these guys like Reinders, Kudus, Salah, and NDI. Like I just don't. Especially when he's barely played. That's the only thing. But when he does, he can definitely contribute to something. So we shall see about that. I can't lie to you, bro. I'm really, really looking at I'm really, really looking at Chris Wood for this week. Like I mentioned earlier on stream, I think Chris Wood would be a good option because obviously he's playing West Ham. I think West Ham is having a really, really bad season, and they're conceding goals left, right, and center. So I think Chris Wood will be there. Other options will be. Let me have a look at the strikers this week potentially. So obviously there's Watkins who is going to play against Crystal Palace. You have Gyökeres who will play Liverpool. Ekitike who will play Arsenal. Bowen, I don't trust him to be fair. He's considered a forward now. They got Wissa who's not going to play. Mateta might be a good option to be fair.
Sorry, man.
No, sorry, no, Mateta was cooking last season. Oh my days.
Yeah, honestly.
Sesko is going to play Burnley, but then again, you have to look at the other two fixtures as well after that. You have to look at these other two fixtures as well. You have City and Chelsea after that, so that I don't see him starting.
Yeah.
So you don't really have many options. Then you have João Pedro, and then that's it really for attack. For midfield, my suggestions would be maybe Bruno Fernandes, because obviously he gets to goal and assist here and there. He gets to goal and assist. You obviously got Florian Wirtz, Marmoush from Man City, Cunha, and Mbeumo. Foden, not really. Eze. Will Eze back for Arsenal? We shall see.
Eze is a shout.
Brennan Johnson's a good shout. Brennan Johnson's been absolutely balling out. Just got West Ham away next and Brighton. I might consider Brennan Johnson, I might consider Brennan Johnson.
I mean, he's a shout. I mean, I know Spurs fans keep saying whenever he drops a stinker, he's scoring. So
yeah, I
we
might
get a lot of goals for Spurs this season.
I might consider bringing Brennan Johnson in, but we shall see. How much is he worth? How much is Brennan Johnson worth? Brennan Johnson is Hold on, let me.
We're rapidly approaching 2 hours. We think.
We are going to close out in literally a little bit. Obviously, you do have you're 7.1 million. Okay, and in terms of defense, we shall see Saliba, there's Kirkes, Van Dijk, Robertson. No, Robertson won't play. Calafiori, Timber. Timber is a good shout. Timber's been playing really, really well for Arsenal. Pedro Porro is also a good shout as well. So we shall see. Munoz from Palace, and more, and obviously goalkeeper Matt Sells is obviously the best option there. But yeah, there's also Richarlison as well. International break will be rotated team. Brazil already in the World Cup, but we shall see anyways. We shall see. Big up to you, Tifosi. Big up to you, bro. Hope you're well, my guy. Hope you're well. Tifosi, I'll see you tomorrow for the F1 preview. Yes, after the United game. But anyways, guys, we are fast approaching 2 hours. We are gonna wrap it up here. Make sure you guys slap the likes. Make sure you guys get subscribing to the channel. We're gonna try to get to 430 subs. 430 subs. Apologies for the lateness again today, and apologies for a lot of mumbling from me as well, per usual. Big up to you guys. Big up to you, Josh and Jack. Big up to you. See you guys on was it Monday transfer deadline day show as well. I did add transfer deadline day in the title, but ignore that. That was supposed to be there for the review show. My bad. That's my bad on that part. But yeah, deadline day is on Monday, so we will talk about deadline day, and how do you say it? And then obviously we'll recap the weekend games, recap Arsenal, Liverpool, recap everything else as well. And yeah, that's really it we have to say. And then let's get a 430 subs, guys. 10 subs away, and 15 likes on the video. But you guys want to add anything before we close out? Real quick before we close out.
Yeah, real quick. Just apologies for the laughing fits. We'll try our best not to do that next week.
Those were the best parts of the stream, guys. Don't be sorry.
Yeah, fair enough.
I enjoyed that as well. Trust me.
Anything you want to add, Jack?
Keep smashing the like button, subscribe, and more laughing fits will happen. More laughing fits will happen over the next concurrent streams. I'm not sure if that's the right term to use, but laughing fits will be back. Come on. Yeah.
And always, like I say, if you want to comment something in the chat, you want to comment anything in the comment section, always keep it respectful as always. And respect my panelists, respect my guests, because like I said, if you don't, you'll be blocked. Pretty simple. But anyways, guys, before Josh causes another scene,
You got to end it quick. We're approaching 2 hours.
Yeah, we're gonna close out, guys. Take care, people. Come on, United.